Hello, my name is George Moore, owner of Moore's Sewing Center in Southern California. With the popularity of quilting today, many people are discovering that a long arm machine can gain you quite a bit more ability to finish your quilts. Now, quilting on a regular machine is very daunting. You have to move the fabric and it's really a struggle. But the Grace Company has some incredible products like the Grace Cutie frame that you can put your domestic machine on and work with it, and that's been really popular. But there's an evolution as you go from the domestic machine to, let's say, put your machine on a frame. The evolution is going to an actual long arm, and I want to talk to you about the Grace Kunique 19X Elite model. Now, part of what makes a good long arm is the quilting frame, and what I love, and I packaged this model with the brand new Quilters Evolution frame. Now, first of all, let's look at this frame. So this frame is 5 feet in length, okay, but this is a hooping frame. Now, the benefit of a hooping frame is that I can actually put my larger quilt all the way over the sides, as you see here. So I can put it all the way over the sides, and I have these clamps so that I can clamp the sides and all around it. And this actually has a ratchet system, so I can turn this, and it tightens this quilt up so beautifully. And then I love these back clamps. And these back clamps, how they work is that as I work through the quilt and get to the end, this is obviously going to be bigger, but I always have these little clamps that latches that hold it right in place. Now, what's unique about this frame is also a rolling frame. So you see this hand wheel, you can actually roll this, and so that way you can use this as a traditional frame. By the way, you can get this frame, they also make it in a rolling frame up to 12 feet. So again, this is called the Quilters Evolution frame. But let's go back and talk about the Kunique 19X series. So first of all, this machine has 19 inches of space, okay? And it is a very sleek machine, and because of the double wheels it has on the carriage, this machine actually moves so beautifully. Now, it's designed with these ergonomic handles that you can adjust back and forth, in and out. And as you control this, you actually can take it, and the buttons on here actually control the screen. So it's really a nice feature. Now, the machine itself has a built-in bobbin winder. I like that feature because a lot of your machines, you actually have to use a separate bobbin winder. Now, part of the experience is enhanced by this large 7-inch screen. And that's why this is called the Elite model. Now, this walks you through all the amazing features on this here, starting with the different types of stitch regulation. Okay, so first of all, what's the difference here? So we have a precise, cruise, there's manual, and basting. Well, let's talk about basting, okay? You're taught to always base the length and the size of your quilt for best results. Well, what I like about this is on the carriage with this Kunique 19X Elite machine, you actually have these channel locks, so you can lock it down, so that way you can put completely straight lines. And you see with the basting feature, these are long stitches that you can select and automatically base. So let's go back to the screen here, and let's select the cruise setting. Now, the cruise setting, you can actually set the speed at which you want to idle. Okay, what does that mean? So when I start sewing, it's always stitching. It will never stop stitching to below a certain point. So when I change directions, like here, you see I change directions and it completes the stitch. If I had it on the other setting, precise, it would stop and maybe I wouldn't complete that point. And so I use this for working with my free motion, and it's just it flows so much better. Again, what a stitch regulator does, it actually matches the speed of the machine with the movement of the machine. So you have consistent stitches. Now, the next one is your precise. Now, precise, what this does, when I stop moving, it stops stitching. So I don't know that I would use this for stippling, but for ruler work, this is very useful because often you want to stop and reposition the ruler. So that's what I would use that for. Now, some of the other tools I have on, I love the jogging feature. The jogging feature jogs the needle up and down because I don't want to just put the needle down or the needle up because that causes a stitch. Where this, I just want to place the needle so that I can see where it's going to be on the fabric. And that's in lieu of the hand wheel that you often cannot reach because these are long arm machines. I also have the control of the needle up and down. Now, going in the toolbox, what are some of the other features we have here? We have a measuring, a calculator, but I like to show the bobbin estimator. The bobbin estimator, actually, you can set the weight of thread and how much you've wound on this bobbin, and it will give you a warning when you're done. So like right now, it's set, it's green to go. That means I have plenty of bobbin thread, but as I get closer to the end, it'll turn yellow. It'll even turn red right before I run out of thread. So that's a nice feature. Another setting is the edge warning. The edge warning, I can select the top left and bottom right of my quilt, or let's say my block, and then select my seam allowance, okay, or how close I want to be worn. So for example, here I'm going to select a 1/2 inch, and what that will do for me is that I drew this line here. You can see I'm coming close to a 1/2 inch to the edge warning, and it's giving me these flashing lights. And that's wonderful because sometimes you forget where you are, and if you hit the side, then it's going to affect your quilt. So that's a nice feature here. So again, these are all wonderful features that you normally would find on some very expensive machines. And the Kunique series, we've got several different models, are very, very reasonable for what you're getting in these. I call them top in the industry machines. Now, we can also add robotics. See, it actually has it's called the Quilters Creative Touch. In this case, the Pro Series. I can actually add the robotics to the frame, the carriage, and then once I put the machine on it and I add a tablet, I have the Quilters Creative Touch program. Okay, what does this do? I can select over 200 built-in designs that I can browse through, and if I want to select one of those designs, it's as simple as selecting it, placing the 4 points here. I actually drew on the fabric a box to represent a quilt block. I place the points and press go, and it sews. That's how easy this is. If I want to take and apply my whole quilt, I can put a whole quilt design up there and choose, let's say, on the diagonal, have place this teddy bear, and they'll put there. But on the other blocks that are does not have the teddy bears in here, let's put a triangle. So I have a triangle in there, but let's show you what I can do with the power of Quilters Creative Touch. And look what it did. It created a whole quilt ready to go. And so, speaking of that teddy bear, look how large I could do that teddy bear. It's quite amazing what you can do with this here. But what about creating my own designs? Well, it does. You can create your own designs. You can even draw. I'm going to draw my name. As you see, that's better than my handwriting, and it stitches it out exactly the way I want it, sized automatically. As you can see, this machine is quite amazing, and we have an amazing deal on it, and it's so good, I can't tell you. You have to call, because what we can do here is offer you our best deals, okay? So give us a call at 1-800-865-9664. We carry the full line of the Kunique series, from the 16 series, the 19, and the 21. And now, for the month of April, you'll receive, with any Grace Kunique machine purchase, this amazing bundle. This bundle includes this luminous LED light bar that will match the size of the frame up to 12 feet, giving beautiful lighting. We're also giving a ruler base with several different rulers, a hopping foot set, needles, bobbins, and a special quilt clip. Now, this has a value for over $1,000, and it's free with any Kunique model purchase. So you can call us at 1-800-865-9664. You can click on the link to place your order. Just put Grace in notes. But we have no shipping across the country on all of our Kunique products. We have interest-free financing. But give us a call at 1-800-865-9664, and let's find you the right Grace machine for you.